Tony comes in the middle of the week, when his pocket's getting empty. He's a good cricketer and enjoys the game, more than he'll admit. And Adie, he'll go anywhere for an audience. Besides, he's tried other clubs.
Well, the one I went up to Cowley, £half a term. It was all right, pays me £half. I went in there, and I goes down the corridor with my mate, and I start singing. So it's all right. All of a sudden, oh dear, Auntie comes belting up. She says, "What you doing?" "Singing, dear." "Let me know you can't sing in here, so you make the noise." "Make the noise?" She says, "I'm going to put you on 6 weeks probation." I said, "Probation?" She said, "Yeah." She said, "If you don't make a noise in 6 weeks, we'll let you stay in the club." That for a laugh. "Right, I'll have my money back." She says, right, I'm glad to get rid of you." So got me money back. Went down Tony's, had a nosh up, ended up at this dump. Hey, Ma! He's hopeless.
No, he's not.
He's hopeless, don't he? Tommy Steele! Hey, look at Tommy Steele.
Shut up, you. Get Billy Stick on you.
He's as stupid as Bins. Hey, Peggy! He's hopeless, isn't he, though?
Oh, shut
You think I'm a nut, don't you?
We don't think you got a funny haircut.
You hit my head.
Your mum.
No, that was just a look on her.
All right. Yeah. Is her mum
See that? That boy paid 1 6 of that, and I come down on the slope and it flew away. I went up, showed. Leave you and me, I was.
Oi, darling. Oh! Get your glasses on.
So the evening gets underway for one small group of the rowdy generation that's forever in the headlines. The boys from the LCC flats off Kennington Lane haven't far to come. They're always in early. Kenny and Brian, Woody, Bobby and John come over in a bunch and spend the evening in each other's company. They go together, wherever they go. The corridors fill up, and though one working day may be much like another, there's always plenty to talk about by the time evening comes around. Bill Belsham's on hand to keep an eye on things, and Jean looks after the girls. Before the evening's serious business gets underway, a lot of meeting and talking and pushing gets done up and down the club.
Now, wait a minute. Now, hold it just a second, lads. Just a second.
This is the library, but they don't do much reading here. Instead, most nights there's talk, more or less organised. Ron drops in a couple of nights a week, throws out some remark, and they're off.
It's just like women, isn't it? You see on the television all the French and fashions and showing all their fox off and all that. Well, naturally, men want to get in the fashion and all, don't they? They don't want to just let the women in the fashion.
You know what I mean? If a new style comes out, a boy immediately, if he thinks it's a good suit, wants to go and get one, doesn't he? And of course, if someone else likes it, they go and get one.
Now, out of a bloke's money, how much do you think of in terms of buying clothes?
I spend nearly 30 bob a week on clothes.
Do you?
Yeah, out my way.
You mean you save up 30 bob a week? Or
Yeah.
You buy, I see.
No, I put 30 bob on. When I got enough, I buy.
And what do you consider a good price for a suit?
About 15 guineas.
You do? For that, you expect something pretty...
I want a good suit.
You want a good suit? And how long do you expect that to last you?
Well, about 8 months to a year.
Suit, and then you take it to
work. After 8 months to a year, it doesn't look smart anymore, so you've got to buy a new one.
I disagree.
Why do you disagree?
If you buy a suit, you buy a good one, it'll last you. But if you buy a cheap suit, you don't expect it to last.
No.
Tone, you turned around and said if you buy a good suit, it should last you. You think that's a good suit? It must be a good suit for 15 guineas, mustn't it?
I don't reckon you get a good suit.
You can't... Ah, do leave off, you don't know what you're talking about.
There's a long tradition of this sort of talking at Orphan House. Some come to listen, some play it for laughs. Some speak up because they mean what they say. About parents, for instance. Everybody's got views about them.
My mother didn't know I could smoke, but I had enough money to smoke when I was 14.
I see. And though your parents really...
I'll give up smoking
forbade
now.
you to smoke, you smoked anyway. You did it round the corner, is that right?
What? Yeah, around the corner.
Well, how do you combat that sort of thing? How do you... I mean, your parents, what could they have done to have stopped you smoking around the corner?
Not give me so much money to
Oh,
spend.
I see. So you think that's one of the best
Oh,
ways?
10 shillings a week when I was 14.
Like they say, as Adi says, not to give the kid so much money. Well, it'll only encourage the kid to nick, wouldn't it?
No.
I've done it myself, Ron.
So have I. I'm always...
I've been at school quite a few times. I've gone out, spent my dinner money on chips and that. I wanted a fag or something, my mates ain't got none, so we've gone in the shop and pinched them.
Don't give your kid no money. There might be a gang of kids in the square. They've all got pocket money, might want to go to pictures and anything, and it'd be your kid that ain't got no money, can't go. So what would he go? He'd go along with his mates, wouldn't he? And he'd start thieving and roguing.
How do you know you ain't gonna have a girl?
Yeah, but Ron,
You're talking about a boy. Say, the girl don't go out and pinch like a boy.
All right, now look. Here, Ron, now we're all back together again, and I'm going to ask you whether you feel that a girl ought to be treated differently to a bloke who regards money when they're young.
Oh, well, no, I'll give them enough.
Yeah, but what about the fellas that take the pictures, Beryl?
Oh, well, I think it's awful.
How do you feel about that business of the girl sort of being paid for all the time?
If I had my mate, Ron, I'd say to my girl, I'd tell her now, I'd say, OK, if you want to go dancing, you pay. But if I want to go have pictures, I pay like that.
Hey, why don't you?
Like this Sunday, she wanted to go dancing, not me. She didn't have no money, so we didn't go. We went to pictures.
Well, putting on the agony, putting on the style. Well, that's what all the young folk are doing all the while. And as I look around me, I sometimes have to smile, seeing all the young folk putting on the style.
A weekday evening's dancing isn't very serious, but a dance is a good way of being together. So the records are turned up loud, and every night at the club is dance night. Those who can't jive, or those who don't feel like it, can hang about and chat, or horse around, or just stand alone and watch the girls. And with everybody busy on the floor, this is a good time to get away alone for a long phone call.
You coming out to the club tomorrow? Eh? You coming out to the club tomorrow? You coming out to the club tomorrow? Who's that shouting in your house? Who's that shouting in your house? No, yeah. I can hear a lot of scuffle. You coming out to the club tomorrow? Yeah? What time are you about there? 8:30. Oh, you mean 9 o'clock? Well, I don't know, Joe. No, I don't like out there all that much. So that means you leave me? Right, right, I remember that. Yeah, I know. What, you going to see another boy? Yeah.
It takes a whole lot of love just to keep my baby happy. It takes a whole lot of kissing and a whole